This is crazy work. Orb episode 13 is most likely my favorite episode I've seen all year in anime, and that's not an exaggeration, and that's not recency bias. And honestly, I truly think episode 14 is going to surpass it. But as I've been saying for a long time now, this is anime of the year if you ask me. But an episode that I walk in assuming at least one of our MCs is going to die after they've killed multiple of our MCs turns into, oh god, no, we're not going to just lose Oji, we're going to lose Badeni as well. Nohawk's out here just causing a ruckus. But I think what really seals the deal is not the shocking factor of we're about to lose yet again. No, it's the character development of one edgy boy. The whole time we've been dealing with a character who's always been of the belief, if we get caught, we'll tell everyone that a witch, screwed us over. They led us astray. That being Yolenta, obviously Nohawk's daughter. And there's a moment in this episode where he even thinks of this. And when asked, are you conspiring with anyone? Says, no, it was all on us. This is big for two reasons. The first of which is we're seeing development for a character who truly was like, the knowledge dies with me. I'm the one who will get credit. Everything is about him getting to that W station. But if him and Ochi do die here, it will have to restart. And if all the materials have been burned, but that's where point 2 comes in. If he was able to deliver that letter or research or knowledge to Yolenta, that means she will then be the next one to carry on the torch. And given that the whole point of the story, for her story, was that someday she wants to publish something in her own name, Jesus, they're gonna kill our two boys. He's gonna have a heavy suspicion that his daughter's involved in shit, but not pursue it because of being a hypocrite, and she's gonna publish the secrets, isn't she? 10 out of 10 fucking masterpiece. Full live reactions over on Patreon. If you want to see my mind break in real time, it's over there exclusively. So, we walk into the episode, and my boy has the he's him energy. Forearm gets stabbed because he's already fought this man once, back when everything first kick-started. So he knows the attack, and he sacrifices his forearm. And he comes in like I actually was down for a second. I was like, okay, actually, maybe given his age, maybe he's going to be a little more slow, a little more rusty, and our boy's actually going to win. And then he gets shot not once, but like 4 times by crossbows. And I'm like, well, that was a nice run. So clearly what they're trying to say, but then he's going to be the character, he'll live, and oh god, no, they're keeping him alive. Oh, if they're keeping him alive, this is about to get real bad. But I appreciate that rather than just jumping into him being like, hey, this is my job, I love to torture people. So he's passed out for a week, comes to, and they actually have a little bit of a heart-to-heart. It's interesting because you don't think about it until it really pops up, but him sitting there being like, having a bit of a midlife crisis here. I still firmly believe in what I am doing, but why is there so many heretics? Why would so many people throw away their freedom and their chance at eternal paradise to chase after these lies? Like, what? The fact that a singular boy back in the day, now granted, Raffle wasn't the beginner of it, it was Hubert or whatever, but the fact that it's Raffle who truly baffled him, because even 10 years later, that same necklace is screwing him over, and he's so confused, like why? Like, why does this keep happening? What is it? And the whole time I'm thinking, and for a while I have been assuming, that maybe someday he would have to switch sides and he might be involved, maybe not in research, because he's not really the research kind of guy, but it seems like they're kind of building him into slowly shifting his beliefs. And I think what it will be is if we do commit to killing these two, which I don't see how they get out of, Yolenta being the character to eventually publish it, and him turning a blind eye, I think is the development we're seeing. Because if they commit to killing them off, I don't see how you also kill her off. But granted, I truly thought Ochi had the most safe character arc as soon as he was introduced. I just thought, no, this is the character that makes it to the finish line whether you like it or not. And he's actually developed into a character I do like, so it's incredibly frustrating to see what's happening. And he busted out that tool that we haven't seen in 6 episodes or so, but the last time we saw it, it was... Oh, not to him. Of all characters, not to him. And the big dick energy show up between freaking Badeni and Noah. It's just... I think I see where the story wants to go. And it sounds like a masterpiece, but it's about to be pain. And I think what really seals our boy's death flag, now this isn't the first time they've used this directing or color palette, but every time I see shots like these, it reminds me of Vinland Saga, and it's almost always characters who ain't making it in Vinland Saga who gets directing like that. The show's a masterpiece. The VA work, the characterization, like, it is no damn wonder this show won an award. The manga, that is, of course. But still, like, it's insane how criminally underappreciated this show is in the English-speaking community. Thank God the Japanese are loving this and, you know, obviously got this shit funded for two cores, but a full adaptation. The selfish part of me hopes there's at least some way one of them can make it out of this. But I doubt it. Unless one of them can break free, sacrifice themselves, and the other runs. And the only one who currently would have the stamina to run away would be Badeni, because he's not the one being tortured. I don't know. But the development that we're seeing across all three of these characters. You look at a boy who is so afraid at the start, and what he's able to do now for friends and beliefs. A researcher who was the most selfish, arrogant piece of shit known to man, but talented at what he did, most likely is passing his research on to the girl he wanted to sell out. Not guaranteed, but even if he didn't, he had development not to sell her out here, which is insane. And a father who's, over the past decade, very much conflicted about his belief. He still believes in what he's doing, but the questions and the cracks are starting to show. Wherever the second half of this story is going, whether I got it spot on, slightly right on, or completely off, it's going to be amazing. And this show is a masterpiece. This is my anime of the year. I truly think this was the best episode I've watched all year. If you're looking for Sakuga, you're looking for the most crazy animation, yeah, this episode probably isn't it. But anime's more than animation. I think what they needed to do visually, they did, but the VA work and the directing and just... This is the type of anime I always seek to find. Sometimes they blow up in the anime community, sometimes they don't. Doesn't change my opinion that this is the best. Thoughts down below. Do you agree with my theories? I think they have a good shot of being right, but I have also been very, very wrong before, and I'm okay with that. But your thoughts down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new around here, of course, ring that bell, and like I mentioned, we got the full live reactions over on Patreon, and hey, while you're over there, I'll also give you a video shout out. Alright, so today we got Bill, Waka, Merc, Sebastian Just, Fear Machine, Keegan Miller, Aldiosium, Jan Peterson, and we also have Hune. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care, and you all have a good one.